What's up everyone, this is Kay. Yet another Sakura phase to look forward to. Kama will be available after a few more events, so there's still time to save. FYI, 2021 is the year you can literally collect all limited Sakura faces. CCC will give you a free BB. You can try to summon Melt, Passion Lip, and King Protea during that event. Summer BB will also return, and we have Kama, of course, who is regarded as one of the best assassins in FGO. I'll go over her stats, skills, give some CE and team recommendations to show you why you should consider summoning Kama. Starting with her stats, Kama has the 5th highest attack and HP out of the 5-star assassins. She's a quick focused servant with good NP gains and star gens. With an Arts Quick Brave, she can generate about 34% NP gains. Thanks to the high hits on her quick, starting with any arts from your other servants will help her gain a high amount of gauge. To give you perspective, she will gain around 8 to 10% per quick attack depending on placement when receiving the NP gaining bonus. Star gens are solid as well. She's an assassin after all. Star gen is like the golden standard for that class. With a Buster Quick Brave chain, she can create about 25 stars. Kama's skill has the combination of survivability and attack. First skill has the ability to increase an ally's NP overcharge, herself included of course, which increases quick performance, therefore damage. The demerit isn't too bad, but repeated use, especially for long battles, can be dangerous. It also heals herself 4k HP, which is quite high. Her second skill offers one of the best abilities in the game. Simple, but very effective. The guts will remain until she dies or it's removed. With no turn restrictions, you can activate this at the start of battle, guaranteeing you at least one revival. With a low cooldown, there's no doubt this skill will refresh again, especially when she can heal herself whenever her health is low. Basically, Kama has a minimum of 2 revivals from the skill in battle. Now, if she gets attacked right after her first revival because you can't stack her guts, then there is a chance she'll die of course. Still, the skill is phenomenal, not to mention it'll buff her attack by 30% on a 3-turn downtime. This is a skill you'll use often, so max this out as soon as possible. Her final skill is yet another amazing ability, a 50% NP battery along with an anti-alter ego effect. This will make Kama have true class advantage against them for 3 turns, double damage and reduced damage as well. You won't face too many alter egos, but if you do, Kama can kill them. Kama also buffs her own crit damage. She herself can provide plenty of stars, but the lack of any star gathering skills makes her crit roll less consistent depending on your team. Finally, her charm resist down goes hand in hand with her NP. Level her skills 2, 3, 1. Some would say her third skill takes priority, while you shouldn't neglect it. Kama isn't a farmer. A 30% base charge is still significant, and you'll more often than not have supporters who can charge your NP as well. Her charm debuff will be 20% less consistent, but it's still at 100% at level 1, which doesn't guarantee the charm, but it's still high. What you want is the consistency of her second skill. A reliable attack and guts buff for several turns will be more helpful throughout the battle. But try your best to max out all her skills and never leave any skills at level 1 obviously. To me, leveling skills to a bare minimum of 6 is always recommended. Her passive is quite strong as well, having some resistance against mental debuffs and immune to charms. Her Noble Phantasm is a single target with a high percentage to charm the enemy. With her third skill, the charm success rate will increase depending on the skill level. As mentioned before, her first skill can also be used to increase her overcharge for more damage. With an NP Quick Brave chain, her star gens will give you around 50 stars or so, while NP gains will be a little over a quarter. With the combination of stars almost guaranteeing you crit, her high NP gains and NP battery, Kama can spam her Noble Phantasm quite easily. For CE recommendations, Kama's NP is her biggest strength, so increases damage output. Knight's Supper allows her to turn 1 NP and helps her crit harder. Orange Jet will increase her NP spamming potential, which is the ideal setup. Again, NP strength is the priority. Summer Little is a perfect blend of the 3 areas of strength you should focus on. Of course, being a quick servant, the best quick boost you can offer is Imaginary Around. For players who played since the beginning, there's a high chance you have this max limit broken, offering you a high quick percentage boost. Finally, here are 2 amazing free-to-play event CEs that works well with her. Hopefully you have either one of these max limit broken, but it gives an overall boost on quick and NP damage. For team builds, obviously Skydie is the main support you'll use. No need to go over why she's helpful, as I'm sure all of you know why. But keep in mind, Skydie will have class disadvantage majority of the battles when using Kama because you're facing riders, even alter egos. The best support you can use on CQs with Kama is our favorite shut-in servant, Osakabe. Being a fellow assassin means you'll have class advantage. Osakabe not only supports quick performance, but also can increase Kama's critical damage and star gen even further. Her ability to also debuff defense while removing a target's buff will help with any hassles like guts or evade that may hinder Kama's NP attack, while also increasing its overall damage. The biggest help Osakabe can provide is the quick and buster buff from her own NP. This means majority of Kama's attack is enhanced, but most importantly, Osakabe can increase max HP for 3 turns, which can offset Kama's first skill demerit if you activate it after Osakabe's Noble Phantasm. Wu is another quick assassin supporter. She functions in a similar way as Osakabe, although not as effective in my opinion. General attack and quick buffs, defense down and buff removals. Again, functionality is similar but inferior. General supporters like Helena and Keiron are good buff and switch servants you can use. But if you lack any of the mentioned supports, other supporters like Santa Altera, Caesar, Alexander, Anderson, and so on are weaker supports but more easily accessible. So as mentioned multiple times, Kama is one of the best assassins in FGO. Is she the strongest? Well, that's subjective, but I'll break down some comparisons so you'll decide. In terms of NP strength, Kama is the 3rd hardest hitting NP on a neutral basis when comparing the same NP levels. Obviously, an NP 5 Shiki outdamaged NP 1 Kama. Mysterious Hero on X still holds the #1 spot, and surprisingly, Wu Zetian is number 2. Jack is the strongest when facing female enemies, but again, this comparison is based on neutral grounds, so no specialized damage. Now, the biggest comparison many players will make is with Jack the Ripper, as both are top tier quick assassins. Jack is superior in star generation and NP spamming, while Kama offers better utility and survivability. Jack essentially just slashes enemies till they're dead, simple yet very effective. She offers some support like healing and buff removal. Jack is also a waifu killer, which is a big portion of bosses in FGO. Kama, on the other hand, can charm lock, support NPs by increasing overcharge, has a 50% NP battery, and basically 2 revivals with strong healing combined. Not to mention, she can become an anti-alter ego weapon. Kama is also a better crit damage dealer thanks to a 20% crit buff along with having 2 busters to use. Both are amazing assassins honestly, so it's up to you if you want to summon Kama if you already have Jack the Ripper. Both are equally as powerful, but in my perspective, if you already have Jack, then it'll be better to save some sane cores for other OP servants coming out this year, since there isn't really a need for 2 top tier quick assassins in your Chaldea when you usually only need 1. I've been playing over 3 years and still don't have Jack the Ripper, so if you're in the same position, then Kama is a must summon. Her role as DPS is strong while capable of offering other tools in battle. Support her with servants and mysticals to excel her damage, and she's gonna kick ass. As the 6th incarnation of Sakura, my god, she's multiplying just like Artoria. I highly recommend you summon this top tier assassin. But comment down below to let me know if you're summoning her or are you saving for someone else. Special thanks to all my patrons and sponsors. If you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon or channel membership. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Fates content. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. All links are in the description. Have an awesome day, everyone. Till next time.